Hi everyone, it's Terry Gibbons again with another Reset Your Body tip to help you grow younger as you age. First off, I want to thank everyone again for all the great feedback and the sharing of the videos and the awesome questions as I go through our video series here. It's really heartwarming to know that people really are interested and they dig the information. My apologies on being a few weeks late on my latest video release. I'm back focused again, so you have my attention. Here we are. But if you do notice that you don't see new videos coming out, understand that I have a Facebook fan page, and you should like that because I post to there multiple times per day with daily natural tips. So you want to go to www.facebook.com/TerryVLGibbons. VL. I have two middle names. Here I got an idea. How about this? If you can guess my two middle names, and you don't already know them, I'll give you a free Reset Your Body wristband. It's reset. I wear this every day to kind of help remind me to stick to my commitment of resetting my body, changing my health. So my first middle name starts with a V. My second middle name starts with an L. And put it on the fan book page on Facebook. Guess what you ever think they are, and if you get it right, I'll send you a wristband. So enough of that. Okay, here's the deal, guys. I got to keep this thing under 5 minutes because that's important. I know you're watching these things on your cell phones, you're on the move, and you got to go. So I think I've already blown 2 minutes already here. So I'm going to set my timer so I can keep my eye on things. Go. All right. So today's topic is going to be about what the heck are whole foods. A lot of what my entire Reset Your Body lifestyle is about is based on what I like to call the whole food theory. So here's whole food theory. There are people that say that you need to eat an entire part of a food so that your body can properly digest and assimilate it. You know, you need to eat a whole part of food so your body even knows that it's really a food. For instance, I mean, what does that mean? Does that mean when I eat an apple, I need to eat the skin too to digest the apple? Not necessarily, but that's pretty darn close. It basically means if I'm going to eat a food, I can't modify it so much that I'm taking away parts of the food and I'm just keeping some of the food. Because your body doesn't really, it needs some of these enzymes, it needs some of these vitamins and nutrients and minerals, it needs all these parts of the food so your body can really understand, oh, I have all the pieces I need here to digest, I know what to do. So, because it's kind of like this. When you eat a food, eat something, your body kind of needs to combine it in the proper portionalities to really assimilate it and digest. So it needs the right type of enzymes, it needs the right type of vitamins, it needs the right type of nutrients, for instance, and then it's like a puzzle, right? So it's got all these little pieces of the puzzle, and when they fit together, your body's like, aha, this is food. So I know I can assimilate this, and I move it over, and here's the next step. There's things come floating in. I got the enzyme here, I got the vitamin, nutrient, bah! I just made food, and it moves it over. But when we process a food, we take an apple, and we crunch it up, and we add some water, and we boil it at 160 degrees to kill the bacteria, and then we put it in a can so it can sit for 4 months without rotting. It's no longer a whole food. It's not all the parts of the apple anymore, right? Because here's the definition of food to human beings. A food is a plant or an animal. Right? That's it. That's what food is. If you're reading the box of a food label and you don't see any plants or animals on there, Crystal Light. Read the back of a Crystal Light container. There's nothing mentioned about a plant or an animal where Crystal Light came from. So this, guys, is not a food. But for something to be a food, it's got to be a plant or an animal, and it needs all the parts need to be there. We can't take a food and boil off parts. You saw the process of how they make sugar. That's why sugar, added sugar, processed sugar, table sugar is so bad. Not because it has sugar in it, because they isolate the sugar so much from the plant that it came from. Your body, it never gets the pieces that it needs to make it into food. So what happens to these pieces that don't combine? The thing comes in there, and one of three things will happen. One, you have this thing that your body can't use and can't assimilate. FYI, that's called a toxin. Toxin is something your body can't use and can't assimilate. Option one, if you're drinking enough water, if you're eating enough fiber, fresh fruits, vegetables, if your systems work really good so that it doesn't take you 2-3 days to poop out what you ate, pardon my French. If your body's working well, one option will be your body will just eliminate it. It'll just pop it right on out there because your systems work great. There's going to be times when things come in your body you don't know what to do with them. Option one, you'll shoot it right on out. Shoot it. Option two is when you get toxins in there, sometimes your body's going to store it later. It finds this one piece of the puzzle, and it's like, well, it's kind of like food, but it's kind of not. Well, let me hold on to it in case the rest of it comes, or in case we go on lean times. This little piece of toxin becomes fat. Your body wraps fat cells around it because it's waiting for the other piece to come along. Right? So that's option two. Option three is even worse. Option three says, well, these toxins are all building up here. Sometimes they just end up anywhere in the body. Right? It's like dropping a bag of flour in your kitchen and turn the fan on. That flour is everywhere. That's what happens in the third case, where toxins end up everywhere. Like me, my toxins don't necessarily turn into fat, but they end up in my joints. So I had shoulder surgery back before I learned how to reset my body. I had bad hips, I had bad knees, I had bad ankles. It ends up somewhere. Some people it ends up in their brain. It builds up over the years, and we call it Alzheimer's, where the toxins go. Some people it builds up in their breast tissue because their body's restricted by a bra and it's not moving to this appropriate at all. It's not moving, so your lymph system doesn't work, and we call that breast cancer when it starts to build up and bad things happen there. But toxins don't just go away. Just because you can't see it as, you know, as a big old gut or as a big old butt doesn't mean that it goes away. It means that it's somewhere in your body, just somewhere you just don't know just yet. So that's why it's so important to eat as much whole food as you can. Whole food means as close as a food is to its original animal or its original plant. That's going to be a whole food where we didn't process it. We didn't take all the pieces out and boil it and dehydrate it and change it and modify it and grind it down and combine it with other animals and then fry it. And we haven't changed it that much from its natural state. This is the key to the entire reset your body. We have to get all these little toxins out. That's why every year I do a cleanse. I do a major fast because my body can go and clean up all these little puzzle pieces, so to say. And then next week on July 5th, we're having my mid-year cleanse. You guys should join in. It's called the Veggie Cleanse. All I do for 10 days, I eat all fruits, all vegetables, and nuts because those are all whole things. No meat, no bread, no pasta, no carbs because I want my body to just start flushing itself out, get all these toxins from all over the body out of there, and drink a ton of water, and then I just do that's what the reset is all about. The reset's all about getting the toxins out because sometimes we can't control what gets in, but we can do our best to get them out whenever possible. So I'm trying to keep this thing under 5 minutes. I hope I did it. There's going to be more details coming down the line. The next video is going to be all about organic. What's the whole deal with that? Is that even a big issue? Is it just overpriced food? What's up? But that's coming up really soon. So do me a favor. Go to terrygivens.com for more blog tips for the last probably 3 years worth of blog stuff, video content. You can go to the Facebook page and go to the fan page and like that so you can guess my last names, my middle names. And please share this with everyone that you know. Spread the word because one by one we can change someone's life. So with that said, everybody, be well.